TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
Welcome everyone, I'm Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
We are
Southern Woods and Waters.
Once again, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show lined up for you. As far as, well, it's still, you know, the precursor to hunting season.
It is.
And hunting's right around the corner, like next weekend, you know, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it won't be long.
But hey, there's still some hardcore fisher people out there.
I tell you that the fishing is about time to pick back up. It's fishing get hot again.
You know, if you're like me and you really don't have any big uns on the trail camera, it's time to go fishing.
Go chase the big uns in the lake, huh?
Go chase the big uns that are eating right now.
It is. It's getting to be a good time to get after them.
Oh, this is. And let me tell you something. There's now you and I both have fished together, and every now and then we get what they call a professional overlay, and some people might call that a backlash, and those are novices that call them backlashes. But if you call them a professional overlay, yeah, you're truly a pro at this.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a guy here tonight. His name is John Adams, and he's going to help you remedy that situation, along with line memory. I hate that. Used to be some great lines around, you know, that you could use, but every time you threw it out there, it looked like coiled up air line going out there.
Little old air hoses, you know, the cheap air hoses.
Like, if he bit it, I'd never get to his mouth with the hook. So,
time he got it straight.
We got something that's going to help him with that. And then Ryan is in the house.
We do. We got Ryan Martin here with us tonight from Candy Fork Outdoors.
Mom and Dad let him come on.
And they did. And just a few days ago, he and I went out and we tested a new pontoon kayak.
Watch it. It's kayak pontoon.
It's a pontoon kayak. But anyhow, I tell you what, we had a good time on it.
Is that one of those that you can lean?
Got a little video we're going to show. You can lean, you can stand, you can walk around it. You can do whatever you want to do.
So Fat Boy can stand up on the water?
You can get it and walk all the way around it. You'll be impressed when you see it. But we're going to have some video coming up in the next segment for that. So.
Okay. Well, let's widen down and introduce our guest to him tonight. We have with us John Adams to your left, and he is with Line Taming Serum. Now, John, this when I talked to you about this, I found out through a mutual friend of ours about you, Stacy and
Stacy and Mason
Nunley, Cody, the Nunley boys
down in Colmont.
Hey, we're just going to tell them, they're the ones that put a lot of steel in a lot of fish's mouth. I'm going to tell you something, those boys are bad. But, you know, they told me about you and told me I need to give you a call. And so we talked, and you've got a serum, and he calls it a serum. You actually you just put little droplets on your reel.
The way I do it, I put 2 or 3 drops on it. I just cast the line out. I put 2 or 3 drops on it, reel it back in, put 2 or 3 more drops on, and that's usually good for a whole day of fishing.
A whole day of fishing?
Yeah.
And what does it do now? I mean,
it coats your line. It puts a slick coating on your line. It's all natural, and it'll work on monofilament, fluorocarbon, braid fishing line. I know braid does not coil, but what it does, it has a tendency to pull down and stick in your spool.
Yeah, it does.
And it'll this will put a slick coating on it, and it'll keep it from doing that so bad. It is good for monofilament and fluorocarbon. It will help prevent it from coiling up, help prevent memory coils on it. And with spinning reels or bait casters, it'll add distance to your cast. It'll, in the wintertime, it'll help it prevent it from icing up so bad.
Oh, I like that. Keep talking. Now you're talking my language. Because they say about every third cast, you go, good douche.
Yeah. You got to tip your rod in the line in the water to get all the ice chips off of it, and this will help prevent it from icing up so bad. Like I said, it'll add distance to your cast.
And you're not using a whole lot. I mean, you're not dipping your reel in this serum. You're just adding like 4 drops at the max.
Yeah.
And that's good for all day's fishing.
Yeah. A bottle of this, it's a 2-ounce bottle. Most fishermen, average fishermen, it'll last about a year or more.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah. I got some friends that use it. They say they change their line a lot less often now since they've been using it, because their line just don't coil up and prevent them from using it as bad as it did before.
Well, let's face it, John, now, a coiled up line, when you throw it out and you retrieve it, if it gets anything, I mean, I've seen cottonwood, you know, when the cottonwood start going, I've seen that cause it to stop and then crinkle. Yep. And when you crinkle that line on a monofilament especially, you're toast, it's done.
Yeah, it's going to break there whenever you set the hook on a fish.
And probably at the moment you don't want it to, when Miss Big's on the end of it there, that's when it's going to break. So this stuff helps keep that from happening. I mean, you're going to still get line and trash and cottonwood, but if it's not cold,
it's not going to collect on there as bad.
It won't collect on there as bad.
Yeah.
So it's good for the distance. I like that about the distance too.
It'll also add distance if you pitch or flip a lot. I was doing that back earlier in the spring on Center Hill, and I noticed I was getting about 8 or 10 foot extra distance pitching.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did when we were on Cordell Hole with it the first day we used it. I noticed immediately that I was casting.
He overshot it.
Yeah, I was in the brush there for a couple minutes.
He was on land.
I brought a whole new meaning to brush hog, didn't I? but sure enough, yeah, we threw a tree hog and a squirrel frog and everything else.
But he did beat me. He caught fish. He caught one fish. I didn't catch it.
I did beat him. I was 100% more fish than he was.
We're going to edit that right out of this show now.
Yeah. We've got the video. That lasts about 30 seconds.
That lasted 30 seconds. But see, I'm more interested, like, right now it is frog throwing time on Guntersville. And here's my deal, because when you go to Guntersville, they've got boat lanes, and you've got places where you can maneuver your boat, because the milfoil and all that is so thick there that you can't really motorize your boat through. So these guys are casting 40, 50 yards with those frogs. So if I have this stuff and if I can get 10 more feet, then I'm fishing fish that haven't seen a frog in a while.
That's right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
So if I can get past their cast, that means more fish for me.
You're passing it past fish that hadn't seen a lure
They
in a long
haven't
time.
seen one in a while, you know, and they may be hungrier than those that were up here close. And so that's what I think about is, you know, because if you listen to the pros, they're going, we are actually training these fish that if they see you, don't bite anything. So get away from them, get further away from them, and cast into them is the secret now. And that's what most guys are doing.
That's a good thing about flipping and pitching with it. You can get a little bit farther out from the bank and not spook the fish with it.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to know is, will it help me come through a buck bush faster and easier?
I don't know if it'll speed that process up.
I don't think there's much help.
We'll find out. We're going to find out.
We got our wild game forecast to go to right now.
This week's Weekly Wild Game Forecast is being brought to you by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. You know, they just finished up Sherry's run this past weekend.
They sure did.
And huge success, as always. 15 years now they've done that. So just, you get in there, get a chance, tell those guys thank you for everything that they do for not only the community, for us here at the show.
All right, you got a forecast?
Well, I tell you, in the hunting world, deer starting to lose a velvet.
Yes.
I've got about half the bucks that we have pictures of in velvet, about half of them are. They're starting to lose, and The ones in Velvet, you know, we were talking about the mineral sites. They're still coming to the mineral sites.
They still are.
The ones that have dropped have kind of started easing off, and they're hitting the food plots. So you're starting to see some changes in the deer, and it's just about time for them to get a little bit more back to normal.
Too, because I had a good long conversation with Mr. Randall Haley this week. We talked to one another, and he said just wanted to mention that a lot of them are changing their colors.
They are.
They're
getting
going
that
from the
gray.
reds to the grays now.
It's happening.
So you're going to get that spotty, not really attractive coat right now.
Look like they got the mange sometimes.
Right. It's changing colors, but they are actually going from the red to the gray, so they're getting their winter coats on there already. So Randall wanted to point that out to us. And so fishing-wise, let me tell you something. Fishing's is on.
Getting good.
It's on.
It is.
It's on. If you know where to go, talk to Sam Lashley, Kentucky Lake. He said the big ones are chomping.
It's a good time to get after them. If you're not bow hunting, you need to be fishing.
You need to be fishing. So.
Guys, we want to remind y'all to follow us on Facebook. We've actually got a contest going on right now that we've got running this week. Another one of our photo contests. Get on there and follow us. We're going to keep you up to date with what's going on in the hunting and fishing world both. We've got several fishing trips coming up the next few weeks and hunting trips as well. So we'll keep you guys in tune to what we've got going on. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.